definitely does. And honestly, my thesis when I graduated was on, miracles and divine intervention. So like I read and studied all these things that were not humanly possible, that we're capable of so much more, you
Right.
know?
But what's divine intervention? So something crazy is going to happen or something bad's happening. Well, what's divine intervention? Maybe something a person's been praying for. Maybe something a person believes no matter how impossible it seems, and then it happens. Oh my God, that was divine intervention. Was it divine intervention or did they just fucking manifest it? It's very fucking close, right? Semantics on the wording.
It's there's a higher power, and then we have our own consciousness, and we're all connected in the end. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of negative things that happen throughout life, but it's how we respond to them
Mm-hmm.
and how we look at them. And some people agree to come here and get sick and die from certain things, like that's like part of their process,
I
whatever.
would never
uh,
agree to some shit like that. I don't
yeah,
care. I fucking care what astral plane I was. I wouldn't agree. Like, really? You want me to fucking send me down there to make me suffer for like 15 years? Like, I'm gonna sign off on that shit. I don't got no karmic debt. Here's my karmic credit card. Fuck you.
yeah, well,
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying that would be a hard sell for me.
yeah, but we're all, when we come here, we have a round trip ticket. We aren't all dying.
I understand. I understand. I know. I'm just trying to be a smart ass. You're just saying like we agreed to come here and be sick. I'm like, I don't know if I would agree to that. I would agree to come and like live a lifetime, and at the end of it, you're dead, and you can go do like a couple more of them. But
Well, we're always trying to move away from pain into pleasure, but the issue comes up is that if we didn't know suffering, we wouldn't know, the other side of it.
joy,
So there's, and human suffering is like the condition. And I think when we leave our body and we go, back to where we came from, I don't really think there's that much suffering over there. But from speaking with a lot of spiritual people, and from what I understand, is that if we don't stay here and complete our mission, and we like take our own life or something because we're suffering here, like supposedly we have to come back and do the same shit again. So I was like, okay, that's never an option. Like,
I
I'm,
mean, on a spiritual level, I can buy that. Like, if you're gonna punch your own ticket because something's too painful, and don't get me wrong, I understand people
yeah,
dealing
I'm not
with.
judging.
I know I'm not judging at all. Like, yeah, there's our situations where it could be like you just don't want to go on anymore. Like, I get that. I do. That could.
Because there's so much trauma with like war and things that I've never encountered, so I can't even speak on it. Like I've encountered like, spiritual warfare and pain and stuff, but to go into combat and see things and lose children and things like that, I mean, that shit like that
I
kills your
have. So I
mind.
have a few friends that have seen like the combat, like they've been in shit. They've like killed people, shooting in like military. I was never in the military, so I can't understand. But I've had, it's a couple of my close friends, and they've kind of like, shared with me, and like that's gonna stay with you forever. I don't care what the reason is. I don't care if it's justified or unjustified. That's gonna stay with you. And they all say the same thing. I've had like 3 friends tell me the same thing, that they were inactive, they're in the shit, they're in like live or die situation, and they shot and killed another person on the other side. And a couple of them told me like it felt good. And I'm
Mm.
like, okay. And they feel guilty that it felt good in the moment. I'm like, but think about the moment. I mean, you can chime in as a therapist, but let me kind of share what I shared and you tell me your thoughts. I was like, look, you're in a live or die situation, and you survived that live or die situation. Your brain gave you dopamine. You did good. You lived. So if you're in that situation ever again, you're going to do whatever it takes to live, regardless of what it is. And that's going to make you feel good. So, like, on a genetic level, survive. I
Mm.
did good. I survived. And I go, that person had a family and all that shit, but you're in a situation where you were them. And do you act out on those things? Are you a serial killer? No. You know what I mean? And I know it doesn't help or it doesn't change anything, but it's just kind of a different way to look at it. And I can't imagine what it would be like to carry that weight just because they thought they were doing the right thing, or they did whatever, or they joined military service. There's nothing wrong with it. It's great. Like, but you know, when you get to the why am I doing this, or why am I here, or why am I in that situation, that eats away at people too. I don't know, but you can chime in on your thoughts on that.
Well, I mean, they're defending a country. There's an honor and a code. I mean, I know a little bit about it because I worked with a lot of guys that were in the military when I was in law enforcement. And I think when you have, you know, a reason why you're doing it, and you're not just like, you know, killing just to kill, but we are programmed to survive. Some people don't have it in them, I think, but you know, the saying to be a warrior in the garden or whatever, it's something about being peaceful until it's time to not be peaceful, right? So you should be able to protect your own life, or if you have, you know,
Find your inner warrior in the
a
garden of
command of soldiers to
tranquility.
them.
Is that it? Was
Yeah,
that
something like
no? I just read it.
it's
I just asked ChatGPT. It says, "Find your inner warrior in the garden of tranquility."
my dad was a really good mixture of kind of crazy and peaceful, and I feel like I genetically got that because I am like, everyone's like, oh, you're so kind and all this, but I have like another side to me
Till I'm
that
not.
till, till someone
Till you
messes.
push that like half inch too far, and then you're gonna get all the ghetto you want. Full throttle.
I mean, I'll try to like reflect if I can, but and I'm not as reactive as when I was younger, but
Look, it happens to everybody. It's a natural reaction if somebody's fucking with you to push right back.
yeah, for me it's more of like safety stuff. Like if I see someone do something to an animal or a child, like I can get real vicious, real.
But they also say, like, if you're in a stressful situation or somebody's in your face and you can take the high road or the turn the other cheek,
That's fine.
you gotta do a lot of work and be a big fucking person to do that. Like, it just takes, you've got to be so far like above that. Somebody to like be barking at you or like try and start and you're like, yeah, have a good one. See ya. And just not react. That's a lot. But the fun part is if you can get there, it's gonna piss that person off even more that you don't react.
Yeah. I honestly don't really care about me, but if someone puts like kids or animals in harm's way, I can kind of get a little pissed off. Just because they're innocent, and I feel like
So,
someone.
oh, let me speak on this. Let me share on this.
Well, let me close up the thing because I
Okay.
didn't really. So
Here.
on the testing, when you do it, also you have to let it go and give it and let go of any resistance, because the resistance is what is not going to let it come to fruition. Okay. So when you want to bring something in, or you want something in your life, and you think it's this one specific thing and you're holding on to it, like grasping onto it, you're not letting it go. And also, you want something, and if that thing doesn't come in, something even better is going to come in. Just believe. Okay. So that's all I wanted to say about that. Because that's what I've been working on all week. That's what I've been dealing with actually since last week. And I'll share what the outcome is, but I know that you know, my energy is going to bring in something that is the best for myself, the kids, and everything.
You're too good of a person for it not to work out and be fine. I reached out to a couple of people and asked them, so if I hear anything back, I'll let you know for places also.
Yeah. All
A
right.
couple of people I know that live out that way. No, story I was going to share very quickly was when you said about animals. My dog Allie, God rest her soul, like she lived to 16, she had a great life. I found her on the street in the middle of the road. I named her Allie because I found her. She's darting out of this alley behind a pizza place. She's running in and out of the road. She almost got hit by 4 cars. I pulled over. I picked her up. The back door of the pizza place was open. I walked up. I'm like, hey, is this one of you guys' puppy? They're like, no. And like the mother came and started barking at me. So it's just like some street dog. I ended up taking it home. So I named her Allie. Anyway, oh, my ADHD. Where the fuck was I just going with that? Oh, you're talking about being cruel to animals. So
Yeah.
I took this dog in. She's part of my house. She lives with me and my brother. We had a townhouse. She's being a little fucker. I'm leaving for work one day and I let her out to pee and I'm chasing her around like we're playing for 10 minutes. She didn't want to come in the house. She's being a little shit. So she's running all over the grass. I'm like, I'm like, now I'm pissed. I'm like, get in the house. I'm mad. I gotta leave for work. I'm chasing her around. So after chasing her for like, oh my God, a good close to 10 minutes, I finally snatched her up and I smack her. I was like, wow, I'm like yelling. And the neighbor's like, don't you beat that dog. And I'm like, you lady, I'm late for work. This fucking dog. And she's like, followed me in the garage of my house. I like opened the garage door. I threw the dog in the house. I shut it. I turned around to my garage. I'm like, get the fuck out of my house, you nutbag. So like, when you said you're yelling at people over the pets, sometimes the pets have it coming. Okay. I'm not talking about hitting your animals, but I'm just saying animals can be assholes too sometimes. Just like
Yeah, that's a good story. And I wouldn't yell. I was talking more about people that like run animals over.
I know what you're talking about, but it's just a funny story of somebody misinterpreted of what they saw of me like abusing my dog that I love very much and I rescued off the street and I never beat or abused.
Oh, that's so cute. And I love that you named her Allie.
Allie girl. Oh, I need a new emotional support animal in my life.
All right. Well, let's do for the closing. Should we do a quick, I want to do a quick energy kind of thing.
What are you gonna do? You gonna do an energy thing? Can I get some?
I'm just kind of like going with it for the
Oh,
moment.
listen. What are you doing Friday night before I forget? Because I have a job at the Apple store in Providence. If you want to go grab something to eat after or something like that, we can do that. I'm gonna try and set it up for Friday. You down?
Okay.
You good? Cool.
All right. So close your eyes if you want. You don't have to.
I'm closing.
And I want you to vision like the energy that's in your body. And I like to vision it, if it helps, like a number 8, which is the infinity sign, because our soul is energy and it's neither created nor destroyed. So it comes in, we go somewhere else. You know, we're still us, right? So our energy is like this. It's always kind of moving. Yours more than others, the ADHD, just fucking with you. And imagine that energy is full of love, all love, like abundant love inside. And it's super light and loving and supportive and happy and peaceful. And you can even say to yourself, I am love. I am love. I am love. I am always love. I am always attracting love.
I am at peace.
And it's not about love like romantically. It's about raising your vibration and staying in a lover above, like, you know, energy, so that it can set your day. You know, you can even say like in the morning, like, today's going to be the best day of my life. Now, granted, you don't know what's going to happen, but when you set that intention, you're open for a lot of things to come in, you know, that could change your life, change the trajectory of whatever direction you were going in. If you're having a hard time in the morning, seeing things changing, or, you know, maybe not seeing, like you said, the light at the end of the tunnel, like, just start to say those things to yourself. It'll start to change things. You'll see things move. So, you know, that's just a little bit of a introduction on energy healing, you know, which is another thing that I do.
Reiki healing?
I do energy healing. I'm trained in Reiki and Theta and all that, but really you can just heal your energy with your thoughts. You can heal your body. You can heal
I've-
your body thoughts.
No, I know. I met a massage therapist. I went to like the spa she works at to get a massage, not like a happy ending one, just and like a regular massage therapist. But she did. Why are you laughing at me? Don't be judgy.
And
I'm joking. Anyway, she did Reiki healing, so I was like, oh. When I told her I booked a thing, I'm like, oh, can you do some like Reiki? She's like, yeah, like I booked an hour. She's like, yeah, I'll do 40 for like the last few minutes. We'll do like some Reiki work. And I remember afterwards, it was the first time, like, I went to her and she was like, oh, when I did the Reiki on you, I think it hit you because like I told you to relax and you like instantly in like 20 seconds were relaxed. I'm like, well, I told you I've done a lot of work in Zen stuff. And she's like, no, I think it was the energy. I'm like, no, like you definitely did something. I totally felt it. But I'm like, when you told me to like breathe and relax, like people don't know how to do that. But you know how to do breath work and meditation. When you get good at it, because you can do it. You literally in like 30 seconds can take yourself from 100 to like a 5, like that. If you try.
yeah, well, one day when this is over with, I'm going to share how, I got through a lot of things, but I don't want to talk about them till I'm actually on the other side of them. So, in that kind of spirit of things, I think that we should end it with, sending a lot of love and light to everyone that watches, and
Like and subscribe for fuck's sake, please.
and we'll talk next time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jess.